Today, I'm going to be showing you my full spring skincare routine. Hi everyone, my name is Alex. Today, I'm going to be running you through and doing my spring skincare routine more on the warmer side of spring because it is on the later end of it, but still, we're before summer, so we're still working our way to there. Where I'm at currently at the moment is warmer outside. The beauty of spring is how adaptive this routine has been throughout the season. And a little bit late to making this video. I love doing this style of videos because it's kind of also a way that I get to catch up with you all, get to give you all updates on everything that's going on with me. I am gonna start by washing my hands. I don't know if this is weird about me, but like if I touch a product or something, like I always feel like I have to wash my hands after everything, even if I just got out of the shower. Like I think about like touching everything, and that's always how I begin my skincare routine. It doesn't feel like I'm starting it unless I have washed my hands. Starting off, I'm not wearing water-resistant sunscreen. I'm not wearing heavy makeup or any skin tint right now. I'm not gonna go in with an oil-based cleanser. That's something that I've kind of limited. I don't go in with oil cleansers or makeup removers all the time. In the spring though, I have been using more water-resistant sunscreens when I've been outside. The Bubble Magic Melt micellar milk is just like a staple for me. It is a easy go-to oil cleanser. It doesn't leave any finish or any film on the skin, but has a beautiful milky consistency like I've not really seen with any other oil cleanser. And it's like a micellar water style product, so it's just my go-to honestly in these transitional seasons. I'm almost out of this. This is still from the fall when I used it then. Today we're just going to start with the water-based cleanser, the Dew Baptism Gel Cleanser as my water-based cleanser today. The Sephora sale is happening when I'm making this video, and I love that Dew has made their way into Sephora because they are just a wonderful brand, and this cleanser proves that. This gel cleanser has been really considered in my skin barrier, and I like it because it does have that gel cleanse ability where you are using a product like this to remove sunscreen, or it's the perfect nighttime step for me, but it's also very considerate of the skin barrier, simple ingredients as well. And this product has just been a go-to for me when the weather's been changing because it is fairly moisturizing. It doesn't foam up as much as some cleansers, but it does still do the job, and it is very effective and not stripping. So the biggest update that has happened with me since the spring, and it sucks because it's like a time where you're supposed to be spending more time outside, the weather's better, everything. I got pneumonia. Somehow I got pneumonia in the middle of spring, which, you know, my doctor said there was nothing that specifically caused it. It was just like how my body was reacting to whatever allergies or sickness or something that I had. I'm not exactly sure where it came from because it just kind of happened suddenly. And I ended up having to go to the hospital because I discovered all these symptoms on a weekend, and I was so dehydrated that they didn't know what was going on with me. It was a rough experience. Like, it was just like unfortunate. It wasn't necessarily rough. It was just like my luck was kind of and it happened when like my doctor's office was closed. I was able to get in like right before they did, but when I was dehydrated, my doctor wasn't able to like hear the pneumonia. So I was just, my heart rate was like 150 resting, had a fever of like 102, and my doctor was just like, go to the hospital. Like, we just need to get this figured out. So in a season where I'm supposed to be spending more time outside and like enjoying the weather, I was cooped up for like 2 weeks. I'm still trying to be careful because I'm just 2 weeks into it. Okay. Now I got that all rinsed off. I love it because it doesn't leave any stripping finish whatsoever. And I went out last night, like for the first time in a while. I went and hung out with some friends, and every time I go out, like, I love spending time in the house for my skin because it's like different environments I'm in, different things impact my skin differently. So today's routine is gonna be like kind of rebuilding my skin barrier a little bit because it was a little bit sensitized. You may see my skin turn a little bit red because it's just like, I don't know, anytime I go out, anytime I do something, my skin just goes through it. So I do want to talk about the toner essence step because I'm using two in my routine and I want to address something about a product that I've recently tried. The one that I'm not going to use today because I'm going to use azelaic acid in this routine is the Ordinary's Multi-Active Delivery Essence. Thank you all so much for bringing this product to my attention because there's been a lot going on with this product, to say the least. So when I reviewed this product, I initially thought, oh, multi-active delivery essence. I can use this with azelaic acid. I can use this with different gel, all the actives that I use in my routine. Well, somebody brought it to my attention that this was recommended from The Ordinary to not use with direct acids or with retinoids or with vitamin C. What I ended up doing was I emailed The Ordinary. I was like, listen, I want to get to the bottom of this. They put it in a Q&A section. They didn't put it on the direct product site. And so I didn't read the Q&A section, and that is on me, but either I missed it on the main site or they've changed it because now it says do not use with direct acids or retinoids. I noticed that after they emailed me back. So I don't know if that prompted that they needed to make it more clear or if I just missed it completely, not sure. But this is just recommended to enhance penetration of hydration ingredients. I mean, they said you can use this with derivatives of different actives. I can put the full email, what they said here, and I need to make specific content just for this because this is kind of just in a video, but I've been using this on days where I don't use direct acids. Today though, I am going in with a more gentle azelaic acid, but to compensate that, I'm gonna go in with some more soothing toners, the Purito Wonder Relief Centella Toner. Honestly, something I just have on hand right now and it works really great for me to soothe redness. It's hydrating, it's nourishing, and the best part is it doesn't add too much weight to the rest of the products in my skincare routine, but still delivers some nourishing benefits to it. So that is what we're going in with today. I love this product specifically for oily skin, and the unscented version is the way to go, in my opinion. If a brand gives me the option, I'm gonna go unscented. But with this product, it's great for redness, great for my personal acne-prone skin, and it's been providing some really wonderful benefits with more extended use. This is kind of just a soothing fall back on toner that I really enjoy. But I have been delayed on filming everything. I had a couple of brands reach out to me, and of course, I had deadlines that I signed, and I had to just communicate with some brands and be like, listen, I have pneumonia right now. You don't want me filming. I look awful. I had to go away for a while, but I'm lucky because convinced that this just timed out perfectly. There were so many products released around before I got pneumonia, and it was I was already able to still put out some content, had to put out some older content, but luckily I was able to not miss too many videos with that. And anyway, it's just been a rough getting back into everything, and I work on top of this everything I'm doing right now is just completely passion. I just enjoy it. I want to make time for it. I want to do it. This is what I love to do, but I also have to pay bills. So it's I work on top of that. I was out of work for a couple of weeks and it was rough, but we're back. We're getting our grounding and everything is getting back to normal. I have to go in with the Oil La La serum. This is never gonna leave my routine, at least until I'm I will probably be 80 using this product. I'm gonna take just a couple of pumps. I'm going in with this before my active. It leaves such a nice lightweight moisturized finish. I feel if you're a new viewer, you may not know how much I love this product, but it has been a game changer for my acne prone skin. I've been using this consistently now for a year. I have not let it leave my routine. It was around my birthday last year in March that I started using this consistently. And when I got off of it, it was very obvious, my skin was going through it. So while I'm letting that dry down before I use my acid, I am gonna just talk about a fragrance that I've been loving. I'll talk about two fragrances, both from the brand Fleur. So I have trouble committing to fragrances sometimes. Like, I usually just buy small travel sizes or like very cheap fragrances because I get sick of it. Like, I'll just get sick of a fragrance. I did, in the Sephora sale, commit to the large size of the Fleur Father Figure. I mean, it's a splurge. There's really no justification besides I just wanted to do it for myself, and I did. So, committed to the large size of the Father Figure. I actually love this fragrance because I was looking for the strawberry letter and I smelled it and I was like, wait, I did not like it at first. I sprayed it on and I asked my friends, I was like, what do we think? Like, how are we feeling? It was not hitting at first. I think it was also the tester that I used because it doesn't smell anything like what the tester smelled like. The tester smelled like alcohol. Very nice fragrance. I've also kind of realized that like I'm gonna keep fragrances to me. I mean, I'm gonna share the ones I love, obviously, but it's like, I feel like with fragrance, it's like a personalized experience. Like, I like creators who explain the notes, explain like the type of things. Like, there's definitely a need for fragrance creators, but I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna respect everyone else who already does that. But anyway, and then their heavy cream fragrance, amazing body mist. I love body mist so much. That was something when I was sick. I really just like, even though, listen, I had to take a break from it because I'm not supposed to be breathing a lot of fragrances with pneumonia. But before I knew I had it, and when I was sick, this was a life changer because it was just like the thing that was keeping me motivated, keeping me like going because I was in the house not feeling well. And I think fragrances are just such a like personalized thing that I just really enjoy. So anyway, I am going to go in with the Niche Beauty Lab Theramid Acid. This is such a moisturizing azelaic acid. And I love going in with this any season, but I haven't used it in the summer yet. That's the only season I haven't used it, and I'm hoping it will still work for me. It is more of a moisturizing formula, so it is definitely something that I like because it neutralizes some of the dryness azelaic acid can create. It is something that I think any skin type could use. You can just layer it accordingly. I'm gonna go in with a couple more moisturizing steps today just because I am experiencing some sensitivity and dryness and I'm prone to that. And I mean, I could use the most moisturizing azelaic acid in the world, which this has been for me so far, but I'd still experience, I mean, it's an active at the end of the day. I'm still gonna experience some dryness, some potential redness, some potential sensitivity. So yeah. While I'm letting that dry down and kind of absorb into the skin, I'm letting my coughs just in this video. Like, we're just naturally doing it. I do also want to talk about another Niche Beauty Lab product that they just sent me that I've been incorporating in like drier areas. I'm not gonna specifically use this today, but situationally, I've been loving their Cica Repair Balm. Where has this product been for me? Like, I think this may be a newer formula, but panthenol, ceramides, madecassoside, centella, so many great ingredients in this. Like, this is really what I've been looking for. It's honestly, and I hate the word dupe. I don't subscribe to using that. Like, I try my best not to use that language because I feel like there are different reasons. Like, every formulation is different. I do like alternatives though, because I'm an avid believer of set your skincare budget, keep it there, like stay strict with that and find alternatives to products that may not be the exact same but can deliver some similar benefits. I like alternative, and this could potentially be an alternative to the Cica Blast Balm. Also, if I've been experiencing a lot of breakouts, which I'm very fortunate right now, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx that, but I do love using the Good Molecules Yuzu Gel Cream as a moisturizing acne spot treatment. And sometimes I'll apply some of this on and then let it dry down, then apply a pimple patch. Like, Good Molecules has a wonderful pimple patch as well. Dream combo for acne prone skin. Like, I would really recommend both the gel cream and the pimple patches because because it's just really knocks out my breakouts fast. And this has great brightening benefits as well. You can obviously use this as a gel cream. I've just been using this as a spot treatment. That's just my preferred way. Today we are also gonna go in with the Equal Reaction. Finally saying that name right. So sorry, I was doing it wrong for so long, but Cactus Ceramide Fortifying Milk. This is amazing. Almost kind of like could go in with this before my active, but I'm using this and treating this as a layering step today. I want to show you the texture of it first. Crossing like milky toner texture territory, but everything I used before this is kind of a similar texture. And I mean, this has a little bit more weight, has a little bit more hydration to it, where I feel like it would be beneficial for any skin type, but definitely, I mean, like intended for drier skin, I feel like. I'm going in with this today. This is one of those situational products that I use whenever my skin is just going through it and I need a little bit more hydration and balance to it. And I love using this before, after actives. Since I used the Purito, I wanted to use this after as kind of like a balancing product. I mean, I always recommend going in lightest weight to heaviest weight, but this is kind of one of those steps that I wanted to go in with after my active, because everything I used before was kind of similar texture wise. So yeah, just gives such a radiant glow. And may I say, while we're just talking and chit chatting, this is one of the nicest brands I think I've ever worked with. And I mean, they only sent me their lip balm, but still they reached out to me personally. They messaged me personally. They are a really great brand. It is always the smaller brands that I'm just super impressed with, because I mean, I've watched so many behind the scenes of what goes into making skincare products, formulating it, packaging, everything you have to think of to create a brand. And when you have a wonderful customer care service like they do, and also just amazing people behind that brand, and the formulas are hard hitting, and I naturally use them in my routine. So I love when brands are just very small but still doing something very impactful, and that's what Equal Reaction does for me. So anyway, I love that brand. Everything I've tried so far, I'm excited to continue trying out their products. In terms of more heavyweight hydration serums, which I don't always do this in the spring. It's very adaptive. My spring routine changes based off if it's cold, if it's warm. Today I'm just needing more hydration because I am just going through a little bit of sensitivity, like I said, because I went out yesterday, which is ridiculous. One day causes this. I feel like I'm getting so old because I'm like, get so tired and my skin's going through it after just one night. But the Bioma Phytomucin Glow Serum is amazing. Gives a great tackiness to it. And I mean, it's a snail mucin alternative, so it's gonna be a little bit more heavy of a hydration step. But all of the hydration serums and steps that I chose to go for in this are more, I would say, lightweight. This is the only one that's crossing that territory of like kind of a little bit more bouncy and radiant and heavy on the skin, but it's still like, when I think about my winter routine, I was layering like crazy, and it's just what my skin needed at the time. Right now, I am needing a little bit more nourishment, and that's what this product is for me. It is just gives a glow like no other. And I mean, if you're oily, you could potentially use this as a moisturizer. I mean, it's not heavy enough for me to do that necessarily, but it does have a nice lightweight texture that's hydrating. And usually I'd recommend this for more combination to dry skin to layer with. But I mean, I would ultimately, I feel like any skin type could go in with this, but I like more neutral approaches to skincare products when I'm thinking about spring. And I know this is it's kind of throwing it for a curveball today with the moisturizer, but I have not been able to stop using this moisturizer. The Experiment Molecular Mesh is so impressive. And it is a second skin finish is basically the best way I can describe it. My nose starts getting so itchy during these videos. I apologize. But I love it because it is more nourishing. It is more restorative for these days where I need more nourishment, I need more hydration. And it has this like kind of sticky tacky texture that I've not seen with a lot of other moisturizers. Also really high quality level packaging. I love Experiment Beauty because they're great at educating everyone on their products as well. Their social media and marketing team does amazing. But with this formula, it starts out a little bit more rich, not heavy. I wouldn't say heavy, just like definitely feels a little bit more moisturizing than say like a water or a gel cream. But this product gives a second skin finish once it absorbs, and it's the perfect way to lock in all of the layers that I put on before this. It is an amazing moisturizer, an amazing step in the skincare routine to just give such a nice glow, but also not be too suffocating long term. You really do get to control the nourishment that you get out of it, because you can see I have more of a glow to my skin right now, but it was like that before. Like the Bioma phytomucin definitely controlled that, and this is a little bit more rich, like I said, but once it absorbs, I'm starting to feel like this may be a moisturizer for all skin types. I just can't testify for really oily skin, but I mean, the benefits I've seen with this and my skin barrier are next level. Like, it is just an amazing treatment, and I cannot recommend it enough. Like, groundbreaking moisturizer, if I had to say. It is my go-to pick for moisturizers released this year, at least at the moment. Definitely check that out if you have the ability to. I also think this is the first routine that I'm doing that I'm gonna use an American chemical-based sunscreen. Hold on to all of that, because Bioma released one of the best American chemical-based formulas I have seen on the market that works for my acne-prone skin. I can think of the prequel Solar Shade and love the finish of that. Really wish it worked for my acne. The Bioma does what I wish the prequel did. I just wish that they did a little bit something different with the packaging, because it just like makes a little bit of a mess, and I don't know. I wish it was a twist off and not a like pull off, because I just feel like it did not work. And when it was shipping specifically, it caused it to leak a little bit, and I don't know, just some things that I've noticed. But this leaves a really lightweight finish. I am using the SPF 50, by the way. I would personally recommend that, but leaves an extremely lightweight Korean sunscreen-like finish, and that's why I love this product. Now, I am just sitting around the house today. I am not going out, because I did plenty of that yesterday, but with a product like this, I mean, I apply sunscreen whether I am just staying in the house or going out. Like, I apply more if I'm going out, but I still like to have at least one layer of sunscreen, because I mean, you can get sun exposure from windows. I mean, if I just spontaneously have to go out or like want a sweet treat, I'll just be able to go out and do it. I don't have to apply sunscreen. So I still apply it just in case. And I mean, I'm very fortunate to have so many sunscreens on hand, and I love what I do. I love trying out different formulas and different products, and it's giving me access to so much skincare that I'm just like, yeah, I'll apply sunscreen. But I would still recommend applying at least one layer when you're in the house, and just like, especially if you're around windows. I am notorious for having lazy days and just being like, I can't do this today, but I always try to at least apply sunscreen. It makes me feel a little bit more in touch with everything. But yeah, that is my current skincare routine. I change a couple of steps depending on what's going on, what the weather is. May drop a hydration serum. Today I just really needed something to soothe and rejuvenate my skin. I always love to have a glowy base at the end because I just like that finish. It's all about preference. Some people prefer a more natural approach. I like my skin to look lively, and I feel like it looks more skin-like, and my skin just looks more even whenever I have some balance, whenever I have some hydration. And that's what this routine was intended for. You can definitely tell that it gets more simple as we get into the warmer months, because it just depends. But anyway, let me know what products you are currently loving this spring, and what is your current spring skincare routine. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more like this, make sure you subscribe, because I post new videos every week, and I will see you all in the next review.